Okay. Hi there, everyone. It's the small changes are huge thought of the day. Woo! It's the thought of the day. Today is Thursday, August 6th. You caught me again. Had to look at the date, but grateful to be here. The thought of the day, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I give everybody the thought of the day, kind of the overreaching topic that we all kind of want to look at more than one time because we want to make that small change in our life. And today's topic is okay, I almost can't say it. Okay, freak out averted. And that might be a little different than the topic that I gave earlier, but there's just been so many. We'll take the but out, and that's B-U-T. But it's funny how I had several times today where at least I wasn't freaking out, but there were other people around me who were kind of going a little nuts with stuff. But in the end, and there were about 4 or 5 instances where things happened, where really everything was averted. Everything just got better, just like that. And I mean, all I had to do was kind of turn it over. In one situation that was a scheduling snafu, there was something else that was personal. Some people were supposed to come to my house to fix something, and well, they weren't supposed to come. They were just supposed to email me, and then I get like a phone call, a text saying they'll be here in like a half an hour, and I said no, they don't need to be here. It was just quite a number of kind of scheduling, like little nitpicky things that all I did was just sit back and just say, oh well, okay, things are happening, they're beyond my control, and I'm okay. I'm okay with them happening. And I'm very particular about my schedule, and I am very particular about your schedule too. I don't allow any leeway in my schedule, and I don't allow that for you. I have to kind of turn that over a lot of the times myself. But what's interesting is that I've started to just kind of sit back and just, like I said, okay, freak out is not as bad as I thought. It's funny because the earlier thoughts of the day for the past couple of weeks was, okay, no is an answer. Okay, let's just think what's next after accepting this situation, after accepting no. And in this case, I'm accepting that the freak out was averted, because this is the first thing I think about. Oh my gosh, it's like that guy in Home Alone. Oh, that's the way I think sometimes if things are not going well. But it's funny because lately I've just kind of been letting things go. And like I said, freak out is averted. And it's interesting because what I learned from this is the freak out is not only averted, the freak out didn't even occur. That is huge growth, and I'm grateful for the huge growth that's happening. Just like, okay, so it didn't go my way, it didn't go the way I thought, when you have your hands kind of tightened up like this, it's like things should be this way. Yeah, okay, freak out averted, because as soon as I'm freaking out, I'm not letting things go. I'm not letting things happen in their best course of action. And just sitting back and letting things happen. It's just like, I don't want to repeat that any more times. It's just, that's really very helpful to me when I get really nuts in certain situations. So, okay, freak out averted. So if I start thinking, not that, oh my goodness, I'm freaking out, but like, what's happening after this? So the freak out is averted. Now I can actually just breathe and relax because the freak out's been averted. So it's almost like I'm kind of catapulting myself a little bit forward into time. I'm grateful for that. I'm really grateful for that. So when things go a little nuts, that never happens, I'm sure, to you. It only happens to me. Freak out can be averted like that, because all I had to do was kind of let it go. and just let it go. And I'm talking about day-to-day situations. I've had people who've had clients who've come up to me and said, well, what about this extreme situation? Yes, extreme situations are a little bit different than everyday things. So I'm thinking of in the everyday. Because yes, crazy things happen. Normally they don't happen a lot in a row. Although with this pandemic, anything can happen next. I'm waiting for the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Of course, I live in New York. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, they live in Brooklyn. Just kidding. I've lived in Brooklyn. It's actually a lot nicer than I'm just saying. It's a joke. I have friends who are in Brooklyn. I'm a Bronx kid. So as soon as I start kind of letting things go and things happening, freak out, over. And I can just be with what's happening in the here and now. So look how I made that small change in my life, very small change. I'm committing to it. And I normally say commit to something for 8 days straight, but just in the moment, just commit to it in the moment to say, okay, might be a freak out now, but guess what? Freak out is averted. All I have to do is let it go. Hope everybody does well. That's for me and my fern. I'm Crystal. Small changes are huge. Remember, call to action for everybody is to, if you think, oh my goodness, there's a freak out happening, just know the freak out is averted. Sit on your couch, start to think, okay, everything's over, it's done, we're over this next step. Just think how you would feel when you're in that situation. That's where you make that small change in committing to it. I'm Crystal. Everybody have a great weekend. See you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.